Welcome to Tale of Two Dead Girls.
What's up?
I'm Kayla.
And I'm Michaela.
And yeah, this is it. This is our Morbid mini episode 2.
Yeah, we're back to read your stories to you.
Yeah, so we got, like I said, I think in the previous episode that we did get quite a few emails. We haven't gotten anything new recently, so get on that and email us your stories. So yeah. Oh, update on my earphones if anybody listened to our other our other episode. I got them back, I think, unless there's somebody else's and they stole them. I don't know, but I got earphones. Yay!
Yeah, back in business.
Yeah. So I also have a headache right now, so hopefully it doesn't explode while we're recording.
Yeah, we're both like kind of feeling icky, but we still wanted to record for you guys. And we really want to read these stories. So Kayla like looked into some stuff on hers, but mine is like a complete surprise. And neither of these people that wrote into us we know. So I'm like really excited to hear like what people have to say. I don't know. And like what happened to people. It's like, I don't know, just super interesting. Kayla's gonna go first. She actually has a story from someone that she knows and is like friends with. So
yeah, so I met this girl actually at a friend's, I think it was his Halloween party, and we connected. I think she's a twin, or I don't even remember which one wrote me. I just know her name. If I were to like see a picture, I'd be like, I don't know who's who. But yeah, we connected at his party because they're like super into like all the spooky paranormal stuff, and we both listened to the same podcast, and we're like, oh my god, we're starting a podcast. And I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna start a podcast. And we're like, oh my god, let's talk about our podcast. And so yeah, she sent me a story, so I'm excited to share it with you guys.
Yes, I want to hear it.
Okay, so she wrote in, and this is a story that has been passed down from her nana to her dad to her sister and her. And now I'm just going to read it like as she wrote it. My nana's sister, aka my great aunt, lived in Arizona and I believe Oklahoma when she was in her 20s. Unfortunately, I can't remember which state this happened in, but it was in the Midwest somewhere. She lived in a 2-story home along with a couple of friends. During the time she lived there, she experienced several paranormal encounters. The first experience, she was coming up the stairway. This is how the house was set up. The stairway was along a wall where it can overlook the living room. From there was a chandelier that hung in that room, and at the top of the stairway was an open hallway that also could overlook the living room. I hope that makes sense. I think it does. I don't know.
Yeah, I think so too. I'm like closing my eyes and picturing it. I'm like
trying to picture it. Yeah. Okay, so she's walking up the stairs when she notices something on the chandelier. It was a figure that looked as if they were hanging from it. Just a moment later, and she looks back again and it was gone. She said the figure looked to be in some sort of soup, but she couldn't guarantee it. So when I was reading this, I was like picturing like a scared like man like in a ball just hanging like onto the chandelier, like with his legs on the chandelier and his hands, so he's like, you know,
hanging off, like
yeah.
Okay, the real question is, how did he get up there? Second of all, like my first thought was like Slender Man for some reason, or like something. Ew. Like when you said suit, I was like, no.
Slendy, I don't know.
Slendy.
Yeah. Her second experience was when she was just up in her room and she was the only one home at the time. All of a sudden, a huge bang came from downstairs. She quickly ran downstairs to investigate and came across a huge mess in the kitchen. The cupboards were all open and the dishes were everywhere, but nothing was broken. She was pretty spooked, and if I can remember correctly, she had gone to get a broom and some cleaning supplies just in case. And when she returned to the kitchen, everything was back to normal as if nothing happened.
What the heck?
So like a poltergeist.
That reminds me of like your cereal story.
Oh, yeah. Well, that was a little different because my cereal story, it was just like the cereal was like trickled on the floor.
And, yeah, like, this is like a crazy mess, but still like similar.
Yeah. And finally, her last experience, she had gotten home from a date, I believe, and her date came into the house when she noticed a red spot in the middle of the living room. Curious, she approached it to get closer, and in her words, it looked like dry blood. But when she would try to clean it, it wouldn't go away. Even with bleach, it refused to be moved. Blah, 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 blah. She then decided to call the police to investigate. And so a few weeks ago, oh my God, why can I talk? I seriously cannot talk. I cannot read. I'm just a mess
That's
today.
been like me all week. I have to read all day and I'm just like,
every time. So then decide. Oh my God. It doesn't even say so. It says she. Why do I keep reading so? Okay, let me start that over. Okay. She then decided to call the police to investigate. And so a few weeks go by where the police were there and all that. They had decided to... Oh, God. Okay. They had decided to remove the tile flooring and dig a little deeper. Turned out they found a few bones underneath, later on, she would find out that the home she lived in belonged to Pretty Boy Floyd and his gang. They had buried a few of their victims there until their demise, and they had moved on. Funny thing, once they had removed the bones and cleaned everything up, my great aunt never experienced anything paranormal ever again in the home.
Wow, that's so crazy.
Yeah, okay,
that's,
so
like,
that was
supernatural. Like, have you seen that show? You like burn the bones and they're gone. Like,
I've actually never seen that.
What?
Yeah.
You have to watch that.
I know. But yeah, that was a story from Samantha. Thank you, Samantha. I don't think I said your name in the beginning of this, which I should have. Sorry, this was so unorganized. But wait, is it unorganized or disorganized? Oh my God.
Right? I don't know.
Both are a word? Oh, thank God. Okay.
Maybe. I'm assuming we made them both a word starting now.
Okay, so I did want to give some more information about this because she wrote saying that it was Pretty Boy Floyd's old house where he lived with his gang. But then I saw that it said they had buried a few of their victims there until their demise and they had moved on. I didn't know. I was doing research and I didn't see that Pretty Boy Floyd and his gang, which I didn't read anything about a gang. I just read him, I think. I didn't know that they actually killed people. I thought they didn't.
Also, like, did they only find the bones of like one person? Or was like more than one? You know what I mean? Like, I wonder, like,
I have no idea. I wonder if her, like, if her great who is it? Her great
grandma?
Who is this? Her great my Nana's sister. So her great aunt. I wonder if her great aunt's like house is like in the news or something.
Yeah, maybe. Like, whenever this time period was, or maybe like you did look up probably Pretty Boy Floyd, so maybe it's just like under the radar.
Yeah, probably. So what I looked up was, Pretty Boy Floyd's real name was Charles Arthur Floyd. He was an American. What?
It's funny because his name is Pretty Boy and his real name is Charles
Arthur.
Charles Arthur Floyd.
Yeah. He was an American bank robber. And he he became well known in the 1930s, and this was like in the Midwest that he was living or whatever, doing his thing. He spent 15 years in prison but escaped. So he died at the age of 30 in East Liverpool, Ohio did I just say at the age of 30? I don't know if I said that.
Yeah,
I think I did.
Yeah.
Oh, frick. So yeah, he died at 30, but he was, I should have wrote when he was born. But given the time frame of when he was born to the 1930s and the year of his death, which I didn't write. I don't know why I didn't write that. He must have been 15 when he started doing his like robberies or something, because if he spent 15 years in prison and died at the age of 30 or 31, then that means he was like 15 years old
or less, because he got caught when he was 15, you know.
Yeah, probably. So he was born in, I don't know if this is a correct pronunciation, but Adairsville, Georgia. I don't know. And he was killed by a group of FBI agents led by Melvin Purvis. I didn't look Melvin up because I didn't care to, but yeah. And he was shot in a cornfield by multiple people since they couldn't determine who actually was the one to kill him. That doesn't even make sense. I don't know why I wrote that. But he was shot in a cornfield by multiple people and they couldn't figure out who was the actual one to actually like kill him because there was multiple people like shooting at him. Died in a cornfield.
Sure, the cops couldn't figure it out.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all I wrote about him. It wasn't anything crazy, but
I don't know why I thought Pretty Boy Floyd was going to be like a rapper, and I totally forgot that we were like talking about a completely different time period. I was like, let's hear about his album. All right, come on.
Pretty Boy, like swag,
Yeah.
Soldier Boy.
God.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. I think I kind of have a little more time, so I think I'll share another story from someone else, my friend. We got another story from my friend. Thanks for being like real ones, you guys, and sending me your stories. I appreciate you. Yes. So the next one is from Luis, and it's not that long. So here we go. Back in 2018, I graduated from high school, and my family and I had just moved to let me start that over. Oh, God. Back in 2018, I just graduated from high school and my family and I had to move from our current place. They found this 2-story house in Chula Vista, California, about an 8-minute drive from the house we were currently living at. It was a 2-story blue house, kind of oldish, but looked pretty spacious. On the first night of moving in, my dad, sister, and I were out cleaning out the house we moved out of, and my mom stayed to get her room set up. When we got back home, she said that there was a black cat upstairs, but when she went to look for it, the black cat was on top of the hill in our backyard within a second. No doors were open at all, so no animal could get in or out. The second day, I was just looking around the house because everyone wasn't home, and then I heard the sink in my parents' room started to run. I didn't think anything of it till after the fact. I had to text my mom to ask if she left it on, and she told me she didn't. By the third night, I was getting ready for work. I worked the night shifts. I was in the bathroom just sitting. Then I just turned to look at the mirror, and I saw my head facing the other way.
What?
Okay, when he said that, I was like, you're freaking lying. Like, what the hell? That shit is not real. But I don't know. I don't think he'd lie, so... Luis, don't worry, I believe you 100%. I was just like, wait, come on, but we gotta believe you here. Yes, in Tale of Two Dead Girls, we are believers of everything, even if it's not real. We're believers because we're dumb and we like to have fun. So,
yeah, we're trying.
Let's see, where did I leave off? I turned to look in the mirror and saw my head facing the other way. Again, not thinking anything of it, I got out of the bathroom and then it hit me. I went back to check again to see if I can recreate it, and I couldn't. My sister told me she woke up to the TV on and it would just be static. Fast forward a couple months to my birthday month, and a few friends stayed the night. One of my friends took my bed and slept in my room while the rest of us slept in the living room, and told us in the morning he woke up in the middle of the night to the TV being on with just static showing on the screen. After this, much never really happened, or I just chose to ignore things. This house was never a good house, and you could feel the bad energy, but I've never been able to look at mirrors the same for years. Can't wait to listen to more of your podcasts. The end.
That is so scary. Like, I think that maybe it was like an illusion by a ghost or something, you know? Like,
probably. I don't know. That shit is scary, though. Like, you see that stuff in, like, movies, and it's not to play around with.
I know, that's so true. Very, very Hollywood. I love it.
Very Hollywood. Holly weird.
Yeah, Holly weird. Perfect.
Holly weird.
Okay, so I'm going to read a story from somebody that wrote into us, obviously. I'm just going to go ahead and read it. I'll just read it word for word of what she says. Hello, I recently came across your podcast and it's amazing. Thank you. We love you.
Thanks.
I love to hear other people's stories as well as you guys. It makes me feel good that I'm not the only one who has experienced things. My name is Isamara. I go by Izzy. I've always experienced things since I was younger. My mom would tell me how someone from her past hated that she got pregnant with me and I got cursed. What? Cursed?
Oh my God.
I love this already. Some random
Cursed.
things like my underwear would be missing because we would dry it in the hanging line. And for months, I would just get sick and not want to eat and had nightmares every night. It was also my house that would do things because I would eat anywhere else but my house. So she called a lady who does cleaning and she came and said that someone had cursed me. She got a pair of my underwear and did a chant, and my underwear caught on fire and left a smell like rotten. Until this day, I still experience a lot of things. Around December, my parents left to El Salvador for 2 weeks, and I was home alone. No. 2 weeks alone? I'm way too scared to do that.
Yeah, same.
I could not. I would, no. I went to sleep one night and I saw a little girl sit on the corner of my bed. I quickly pulled the covers over my head and put my headphones on. See, I told you a couple episodes ago, I was like, put the covers on. You're safe. There you go.
Yeah, unless they like rip it off you.
I doubt it. It's the holy shield. The holy ghost shield.
Holy shield.
For those 2 weeks, I kept... Oh, no, wait. I skipped one. I pulled covers over my head and put my headphones on, and I woke up later on that same night, and she left. But she left, like, an imprint on my bed, and as soon as I saw that, for those 2 weeks, I couldn't sleep anymore. So I kept having friends over. But I have gotten my hand read in the past, and the lady said my name origin is Open Door, which she said that I'm kind of a ghost whisperer and they come to me for help. Not sure if that statement was true or not, but since I do experience a lot of paranormal things on the daily since I was 3, I'm starting to believe. Anyways, thank you for the podcast, and I hope you two have an amazing day. Best regards, Izzy.
Aww.
What?
Well, that's freaky.
That. I love that story so much.
She's like a portal. Herself.
Yeah,
herself
seriously.
is a portal.
You should really like tap into that, like feel that energy and like explore that, because that's like a super awesome talent, and like I love it. That's
Here's
so
what
awesome.
you should do, Izzy. Wait, Lizzie or Izzy?
Izzy.
Here's what you should do, Izzy. You should get a Ouija board, real one from the 1900s, and you're gonna conjure up some freaking spirits, and you're gonna be like, "Show me yourself." Actually, no, I don't know where I'm getting at this. Don't do that. I'm just kidding. Make a YouTube video of it, make millions of dollars off of it. That's it.
Become a freaking palm reader. You could be banking off this. Like, yeah. Okay, so I have another story too, and I just want to read it because the title, like the first sentence that I can read, like on the email, looks super, like, I don't know, interesting and weird.
Let's hear it.
So, hold on, let me find it, guys. So this one is from Philip. So it starts off like this. First of all, this account is under my wife's name. My name is Philip. Should I read her name?
Probably not.
I don't think it's a name, actually. I'm really dumb. The email is... I'm not going to say it because you guys are going to email him. No.
Don't say the email.
Anyways, Philip, back in the mid-70s, I was in a marriage that was built on sex, drugs, weed, and alcohol. In other words, it was a crap marriage. On top of that, my wife was bipolar, and I was just a stone-cold idiot. We were divorced in 1978. We kept in contact for a while, but over time, we lost contact. I remarried in 1989. I was clean and sober as I still am today. Hell yeah, Philip. Every second counts. You're amazing. So proud of you for that. Anyways, I believe it was in April of 89 or 90 that I ran into a mutual friend of mine and my ex. This lady told me that Sarah, not her real name, thank you for that, I appreciate that, had killed herself. I wasn't too surprised because of her lifestyle, but it saddens me. I knew Sarah had a gun, so I assumed she shot herself. About a week or two after that conversation, my wife and I went to an AA convention in Eureka Springs, Arkansas. Beautiful area, he says. While there, we attended the convention center. To listen to a couple speakers. There were probably 2,000 people attending. At the first speaker, most everyone went outside to smoke. I had just quit smoking, so my wife and I stayed in the convention room to wait for the next speaker. I got up out of my seat to stretch and move around. My wife remained sitting. As I was pacing back and forth in the row I saw my ex-wife, Sarah, standing in the middle of one of the rows further back. What? Back from the dead? My first thought was, well, Sarah's not dead. I can't wait to tell her what I heard. I had seen Sarah at AA meetings before, so it didn't shock me that she was there. It did surprise me that she wasn't dead. I waved at her, but she didn't respond. In fact, she had kind of a blank look on her face, but sad too. It was eerie. I walked over to my wife and told her that Sarah was here and I was going to talk to her. When I looked up, Sarah was gone. That really surprised me. She had never avoided me before, and she would have had to sprint out to get out that fast.
Oh, bitch.
The tea is getting hotter and hotter.
I thought you were going to say the cheese man. This is the cheese man.
I went looking for her, but no avail. I didn't believe in ghosts or apparitions at the time, so I chalked it up as Sarah acting weird, and our friend was wrong. Several months went by, and I pretty much forgot about it. As I was helping my brother with a project, Sarah popped into my head, and I told my brother the story, but I told him she had reportedly shot herself. He said, no, Sarah OD'd. I asked him how he knew this, and he said he'd been told several months before. He hadn't wanted to bring it up to me. To tell you the truth, I just blew it off as someone was mistaken. I totally forgot about it until about 2015. I began listening to Jim Harold's Campfire. That's when I realized I had seen my dead ex-wife. I do realize now that there is more to this world than just the material. I can't explain it, but I do believe. For some reason, Sarah came to see me. Thank you for your podcast. I know you will do well as you develop your style. Thank you, Philip.
Thanks, Philip. That's so creepy, though. You saw your dead ex-wife and you didn't even know that, like, you thought that she was, like, alive, and you thought that she just, like, I don't know, ran outside or something.
Yeah.
You saw a freaking ghost. You saw the ghost of your dead ex-wife. Like, that's insane.
And you saw, like, a legit ghost. Like, you saw, like, a full person. Sometimes people just see, like, black things or, like, you know, like, weird blurs and stuff. You saw, like, a whole-ass person for real.
I always think about that. I always think about, like, I wonder how many ghosts I've actually seen in my lifetime, like, thinking in my lifetime, thinking, like, I'm fucking old or something, but I'm not. But, like, it's, like, there's ghosts that do look like, just like normal people. So it's, like, have I seen ghosts and I just don't even know it? Like,
I think that too. Also, like, I wonder why Sarah, like, came back. I'm thinking, like, maybe she came back to, like, be supportive or, like, I don't know,
maybe
in her way, like, give her blessing or something, because, like, you were at that AA thing and she was into that too, and your new wife and all that, so who knows? I don't know. Crazy.
Yeah. Or maybe she wanted him to know that she was dead. It's like, hey, I'm here, look at me. And he didn't get it, so she's like, all right, well, fuck it, bye.
Yeah, or maybe, like, she needed to just, like, have that comfort or, like, come back for something, and then, like, that was the person, like, she felt, like, connected to or something. I don't know.
No, I don't know how dead people work.
Me either, but I wish I did. I'd love to know. If you're dead, email us, Tale of Two Dead Girls. We want to hear from you.
If you're dead. I'm sure they got computers in the afterlife. I mean, haven't you seen Beetlejuice?
Yes.
Like, they're down there in their little office and, like, you know, all that shit. Like, what if that's what it looks like?
Maybe it is. Honestly, I really hope so.
It also kind of looks scary, though. I kind of don't hope so.
Yeah, it looks like they don't care about you in Beetlejuice.
They just don't give a shit.
Yeah, like, you just are lost and you have to figure it out yourself, that's kind of how life already is, so how could it get worse?
You're right.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. It's like we're already dead.
Pretty much. Like,
I'm like,
maybe we are.
We need to stop talking about being dead, because, like, we're gonna make that shit happen. And every time we talk about this stuff, I just, like, knock on wood or something, and I'm like, please do not let me die, universe. Like, I know I'm putting that energy out into the world, but please don't let me die.
The universe.
Oh my God.
They know our intentions.
That's me knocking on wood, because I don't want to die.
Safety first, everybody.
Yeah. So that's our stories for this week.
This morbid mini.
Yes. If you guys want weekly episodes, you need to write us your stories. Tell your friends. Tell your wife. Tell your ex-wife. Tell your ex-boyfriend. Tell your best friend. Tell your cousin. Tell your teacher. Tell your coworker. Tell everybody, and tell them to email us, or tell you so you can email us.
Even if you think your story is, like, not that crazy, like, I'm sure we'll probably still think it's crazy and we still want to hear it. We'll be like, what? I swear I'll act super surprised for you.
Yeah, you can email us at taleoftwodeadgirls@gmail.com. We do have social media. Our Twitter is TOTDG podcast. Our Instagram is Tale of Two Dead Girls, and our Facebook is Tale of Two Dead Girls. Yay!
Yes. Also, rate, review if you guys like what you hear. Apple Podcasts, write us a comment. Review us 5 stars.
Yes,
Pretty
do
please.
That. My mom was in there, so if you guys can guess who it is,
we'll
shout you out.
Yeah.
We'll shout you out. If you can guess which one is my mom's comment, just email at us or email it to us, DM it to us, something, and we'll shout you out or something. We'll put your Instagram handle here.
Yeah.
Here. Why did I say here? Like if it's a video or something, I'd
Mom
be like, we're gonna put it here.
2K19. Go for it. Get it.
So
awesome.
Thanks for listening.
We'll meet you 6 feet under.